Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
Report from coroner. Subject Sir Rodney Bentcliffe, age 63. The right eyeball has been pierced to the hilt by a curved bladed knife. The blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping a part of the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which, completing its trajectory in the cerebellum, caused hemophoric lesions. All of these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. At the upper lobe of the right lung, there is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and silitated debris that may be corresponded to a chronic infection by elements likely inhaled in a burial chamber, a decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing food product intended to accompany the deceased in their grave. The remainder of the body does not appear to have been damaged. Excuse me.
An ordinary pencil.
Sir Gregory Pitkin, manager, to Mr. Blinkhorn. Dear Sir, the interests that I represent require the situation at the baths to be changed for the better. At the present time, the frigidarium excavation remains under your direction, and yet the works have not progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the frigidarium accessible to the public. The frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the Roman bath experience. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and to find yourself another workplace. Interesting.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself.
Drug file.
A file with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Interesting.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Go check out the body next.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
Interesting. I don't know if I have anything to make yet. Apparently there is at least one I can do. See if I can make it before we go in there. I figured. Steam moisture or unexplained clue. That's a tough one. I'm not sure about that. No way. I don't think I have anything else right now. I'm gonna hit tab. I actually want to see something here. This one, yeah. Whatever.
Please escort this
We'll start with
suspect
Pitkin first.
for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
What is your profession?
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
Tell me about Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
You were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Tell me about the murder, then.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Is there a recent unusual event?
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
Tell me about your work, then.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
What is Pitkin's letter? That's right.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Tell me about this drug we found.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
What about this melted silver we found?
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
And what about the champagne?
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Disdain. Aristocratic roots. Man of wealth. Whatever it is, arrogant look. Blinkhorn's humiliation. Blinkhorn's work was saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney, but at a high cost to his morale. I don't know. My first instinct says he might be humiliated, but we'd have to talk to Blinkhorn first before I can get the feel for that.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your profession?
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
Tell me about Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive, too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
What did you see?
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room, and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Was there anything unusual?
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Tell me about the ring.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
Do you know about this drug?
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
Interesting. Tell me about your work.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
Really? Tell me about this letter.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Do you know anything about the melted silver?
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
It's odd. Tell me about the champagne. Did you bring it?
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
It's attentive. Not wealthy. Recent earthwork. Callous. It's hard to say still, but I think he had interest. I'm not sure about this one though. He seemed genuine enough. Let's talk to Mr.
Please
Garrow.
escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Seems out of it. What is your profession?
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes, so many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
Already, this guy is like a really out of place piece here. Tell me about Sir Rodney.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I. I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
Tell me about the murder.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Tell me about any recent unusual events.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh.
Do you know this ring?
His ring? Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now.
So he's the one who restored it. Tell me about this old coin.
This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
Tell me about the drugs you take, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it.
What about the melted silver?
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Okay. And tell me about the champagne.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
So maybe Rodney did bring it. Badly shaven. Eye bags. Doesn't clearly get enough sleep. Dirty clothes. What else do we got here? What is that? Protective amulet. He's superstitious. Interesting. Definitely missed something. Perspiration.
Garrow
Sweating.
appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
I don't know. He does seem deranged in a sense. Mortal secret. Why would Sir Rodney be hiding anything? Could his discovery be the motive for the crime? Have to be. The last expedition. Find out where Sir Rodney was several days before his murder and uncover his precious secret. It has to be steam moisture. Well, head back home because we got to find out where we're going to next. It's hard to say what I think right now. I don't think Garrow really had any motive or any reason. Like I said, he's odd. He doesn't really quite fit there. Maybe the manager, I can't remember, Pitkin, maybe he found out about the secret works and killed him.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Nope, I almost had it. No, damn. I thought I had it there. Not there, though.
Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
Alright, let's head to St. Albans then. We have to figure out what he found.
This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here?
That is the question, isn't it? Interesting. Looks like something happened here.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
Followers of Mithras were worshipping more conventional deities such as Juno or Neptune in their everyday lives. Mithras temples were usually found below the temples of other gods. Mithras followers often referred to their traditional deities to gain passage to the Mithraeum. The example of the Mithraeum of Dio in France is interesting, as the entrance was located beneath the carved statue of Diana. This entrance was possibly revealed by a clever stone and rope mechanism, which may never have been discovered if the water infiltration had not destroyed the mechanism, opening the way down to the Mithraeum. Mythic temples can be found in Rome, Ostia, Numidia, Dalmatia, Bretagne, and along the Rhine-Danube frontier, while being somewhat less common in Greece, Egypt, and Syria. Why do I feel like this case is going to have a lot of reading? And the empty coconuts that they used to imitate the sound of horses' hooves, another strange ritual for the old gods to keep the evil spirits away. The people, feeding that the dark eye was upon them, would melt their valuables in the fire. Sub-Saharan tribes burned fruits, and the rich Roman families spared no expense, melting silver or tin. This is oddly familiar to what Garrow did. It is not recorded if such valuable offerings were thrown away with the ashes or if they were reused at a later date. Interesting. Metal cubes. Reports. The knife used by Mithras for the Turkotani, the sacrifice of the bull, is originally a carved sacrificial blade of Persian origin. Its curve can be from 5 to 15 degrees. The name is derived from the Persian shamshir, which means sword. This radically curved sword family includes the shamshir, scimitar, talwar, keleji, polwar, and Mongol saber. A myth of the golden knife is the key to the mythic mysteries that some describe as an equivalent to the Holy Grail. The golden knife carries a curse that will spill the blood of the unworthy who would dare to touch it. The cult of Mithras was a mysterious religion practiced within the Roman Empire from around the 1st to 4th century AD. The name of the Persian god Mithra, adapted by the Greek as Mithras, was linked with a new and distinctive imagery. Worshippers of Mithras had a complex system of 7 grades of initiation with ritualistic meals. Initiates would meet in the underground temples called Mithraea that were retained in the large numbers. The icon scenes of Mithras show him as being born from a rock and slaughtering a bull. Turkotani. We got some valuable clues there. Might not seem like it at first, but we definitely did. This must be where the guy was digging. A Cyclops, it is too.
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the forge. Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking.
I feel like that depiction there kind of relates to Sir Rodney and Garrow. That's what it feels like. Anyways, we're pretty much running up for time right now. So what I'm thinking is we end it here. And when we come back, we will continue on with our investigation of the excavation sites here. We'll see what other information we can gather. And then I guess we'll have to head back to London and see what leads we can pursue then. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and say, comment down below, subscribe and share. It helps me out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.